There's a vast majority of shark species that inhabit the ocean which we barely pay attention to. In today's video, we'll take a look at some of the rarest shark species hidden deep in the ocean. Due to human interruption and natural phenomena, some of these species have been threatened and are on the verge of extinction. How about we start off with the five-headed shark? Number 10. Five-headed shark. Yes, a creature only fit to be your worst nightmare. Legend says that it hides deep in the waters. Or does it? Although this creature has only been featured in movies, it looks pretty weird, and it's a sight no one would want to see in real life, let alone find yourself in a situation where you meet this massive monster. The history we already know about this apex predator isn't enough to describe this ruthless carnivore with multiple heads. Until someone gathers the courage to seek out this tremendous species, we'll remain to watch it on our screen in our favorite sci-fi film, Five-Headed Shark Attack. Are these 5 sharks in one? Well, it explains the rogue violent tendencies. At least we can all heave a sigh of relief in the meantime, until scientists discover them somewhere in the deep blue oceanic waters. Number 9. Goblin shark. Let's take a look now at literally a living fossil famously identified as the goblin shark. The expert hunter boasts a weirdly elongated snout, nail-like teeth that are evident from a distance, and a flabby body that wraps up its horror look. The pinkish pigmentation on its slimy body makes it stand out from the rest of the species. Its super nose adaptation makes it easy to track down prey using its ability to sense minute electric fields using its nose. Now you know how handy that nose is for the goblin shark. Besides, it sometimes confuses prey by diving right into their mouth. Since they exist deep in the ocean, they're rare and difficult to spot even by deep-sea marine fishermen, who spend most of their time mingling in the water with sea life. Number 8. Thresher shark. The thresher shark is about as normal as any other looking species of shark. They have tiny eyes and about 4 or 5 fins on their body. Their teeth are razor sharp, and everything else about them is ordinary except their tail, which is gigantic to its species. Some say it measures up to half the shark's body size, which means that you can find a thresher shark with a tail as long as 3 meters. It typically uses it to enhance its swimming capabilities in hunting. These sharks smack across schools of fish with their whip-like tail like the infamous Zorro film character. The lash of the whip tail is so powerful that the victims end up lifeless. Number 7. The dusky shark. The dusky shark is endemic to warm tropical waters and doesn't mind migrating whenever their home becomes a little too cold. This makes them well known for this migration habit. This isn't a strange phenomenon in the animal kingdom, so what makes them so weird? Well, it certainly isn't their slender size or their snout-like mouth. Neither is it the fact that it has triangular-shaped seesaw teeth. The top 3 reasons the dusky shark is weird are because it spends almost half its life as a child before it becomes a mature adult at 20 years and lives up to only 50 years. Secondly, it has a weird skin that has strange, smooth, and almost shiny skin that could be turned into leather or manufactured to make vitamins. This makes it a likely target for human hunting, making it one of the most endangered species of sharks in the ocean. Lastly, these sharks are forced to participate in shark fight tournaments, which is ruthless and inhuman. It's unfortunate a world like that ever existed. Even though they're victims in this sad story, you should stay away from them because they attack humans, whether provoked or not. Number 6. The angel shark. Despite the name, there's nothing angelic about the angel shark apart from the very flat pectoral fins it adorns on its side. Because of this, many people presume that it gives off an angelic halo vibe, thus the name angel shark. Because of these features, it spends its life lying almost motionless on the ocean floor. That's only until a potential prey comes into sight and it ambushes the poor fella and turns it into a meal. Since this shark spends most of its life motionless, it has little adaptation to allow it to pump water out of its gills. That's why it has spirals at the top of its head, unique to its kind. On the bottom side of its body, the shark has gills rather than a smooth bottom. Number 5. Saddle swell shark. Unlike most sharks, the saddle swell shark is nocturnal, spending most of its time cuddled up with its mates, sleeping in, and hunting during the night. This isn't the most unique thing about it. One might say the exemplary feature must be that the fish can swell up in distress whenever it feels threatened. I don't know how well it works for it, but that's not a bad skill to possess. Not only that, but their skin shade can differ in color depending on the temperature levels. Number 4. The zebra shark. While they're born with stripes on their bodies, zebra sharks become more like leopards as they mature with dotted spots on their bodies. On top of the changes in their skin, their bodies also change as they grow older. They develop 5 vertical ridges on their body, which is said to have no additional benefit except that it's what attributes to them moving from zebra to leopard skin. They're also nocturnal, hunting at night and resting during the day. It's not uncommon to find them chilling with divers during the day, as long as you don't step on its tail. Number 3. The bamboo shark. If you thought that buy one get one free offers only apply to food and things, then here's a fish that shows you that even a sweet aquarium pet can give you multiple joys. This is because the bamboo shark can perform a Virgin Mary miracle birth. A female bamboo shark could sometimes give birth to a young one without the intervention of a male bamboo shark. If that's not weird, I don't know what is. Number 2. The mega mouth shark. I hope you're not confusing this shark for the megalodon shark, whom we've featured countless times on our channel. Even though they're both sharks, they aren't the same thing. The megamouth shark is a filter feeder that uses its best feature to ensure it remains fueled up all day. It has a big circular mouth that has about 50 rows of teeth lined in it. Even though it has so many teeth, it's believed that only the first 3 rows are functional. It also spends most of its time with its mouth open, which must be an exhausting way to live. Despite weighing almost 3,000 pounds, this shark isn't as robust as you might expect it to be, since it has a flappy body and soft fins. In addition to that, it has an asymmetrical tail, which ultimately makes it swim poorly. The weirdest thing about the megamouth shark is that no one knows anything about it, and we need someone to unravel its mysteries. Number 1. The frilled shark. If you ever wondered what human beings would look like if we got stuck in our Homo pithecus phase, we'd pretty much be looking like this awkward frilled shark, who for over 80 years felt no need to change their physical appearances for whatever reason, rightfully earning its nickname Living Fossil. As expected, its skin is old-looking and is also dangerous to curious scientists who get cuts from its chisel-like scaly body. If they don't get cut by the shark's skin, they most probably end up getting nubbed by its teeth. When it comes to the weirdest appearances of all time, the award goes to the frilled shark, who has an open gill underneath its head and all the way across it. In addition to that, it also has 300 teeth in its mouth that are sharp and spiny that can actually grow backwards instead of forward. The weirdness doesn't stop at the surface of this fish, as it has a gigantic liver for its size that houses a strange combination of hydrocarbons and low-density oils. But the cherry on top of this cake must be how the shark attacks its prey. It's said that, like a snake, the frilled shark also strikes its prey before devouring it. With that said, I might have had enough of the shark weirdness for one day. Until next time, adios.